Hello everyone and welcome back to Chef Shelley's Kitchen. So as you can see, we have one of your favorite chefs. Of all the videos that I have done, whenever I have my dad, Howard, on the show, everyone's, oh, I love your dad, he's this, he's that. Well, we clearly know he is the master chef. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be cooking a turkey. And you might have said, well, why didn't you release this on Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving? Well, it is Thanksgiving for us and we're making it today. So you can serve turkey anytime, right, Dad?
Right.
We have turkey a lot of times for Christmas or other holidays. So we want to have it out there so you kind of have the complete meal. So, Dad, we're here in my new kitchen. What do you think about the house and the kitchen?
I love it. It's nice.
Yes, like me. I love it, love it, love it. What do you think of the spaciousness?
Nice. Nice and spacious.
Yes, exactly. So, you want to get started?
Right.
Okay. So, one of the things that we tend to do in our family, we all like the breast. We like the breast meat. It is a leaner part of the turkey. And so instead of buying a whole turkey, which you can, and what we're going to tell you is a lot of times the turkey comes with all kinds of stuff. Like what stuff is usually in it,
Right.
Dad?
Gizzard, gravy.
So that's usually stuffed inside. So one of the things you have to do is you have to make sure that your turkey is thawed out enough so that you can remove all those things.
Right.
And then once you remove those things, I mean, if you want to keep it, you can use the gizzards for what kind of stuff, Dad?
Making gravy, all that stuff.
All that good stuff. So if you want to try that, wonderful. There actually is a video that we have out there on homemade turkey gravy, which, you know, we use, I think, like cooked turkey, but that's where you can chop up the gizzards and put it in there. So if you don't know how to make gravy, you could use their gravy, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So, Dad, why don't you show us what we need to do in terms of cleaning this turkey,
Right.
and then if there's anything we need to take off, what should we do?
Okay. We're gonna wash it. Okay, which I already have washed it, but this is showing that, wash it.
Yes.
Okay.
And one of the things that we like to do is run the water, like particularly with the breast, is run the water through the hole in the top and the bottom.
Right, so you
can see.
So you get the inside cleaned out.
Yes.
Right, which I already done.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Next thing, we're gonna do a little trimming. Like the neck, around the neck, got fat that you don't need.
Turn the water off.
So we're gonna trim this off.
Okay. And then we'll just.
Which you don't need.
Okay. All right. You can just put that right there and we'll get it afterwards.
Right.
While he's doing that, because I need to be preparing the bag over here, he's doing a little trimming.
Right.
I'm going to, one of the things that I make sure that I always do is I always cook this with an oven bag. And I like using the Reynolds oven bag. Did you want to say something, Dad?
Right. Being as this a big breast, always taking trim right down inside the re-up there a little bit.
Okay, you might want to, once you do that, hold it up so they can see where you're talking about.
Right.
So it's right on the side,
right on the side,
right above the wing.
Right.
So trim it on both sides.
Right, and this is what we're going to do. This will make it sit up nice.
Okay. And talking about sitting up nice, that's what I'm preparing for over here. So I like using, Reynolds has kitchen oven bags. They have them by size. This is turkey size, and we have an 8-pound. And so and they give you kind of some great instructions in here. What I usually do is they tell you to flour this. So put a teaspoon of flour, and I just sprinkle it in the bag like so. And you want to do that and just so that the flour gets spread all the way around. Okay. All right, what's next on your agenda, Dad?
Okay, the next, we're gonna put a little oil on it.
Okay.
A little vegetable oil.
Okay, and we use canola. Yeah, canola is better for you than vegetable oil. I think most of you that have tuned in know that I like using canola oil.
Okay, take a little dripping in your hand.
Okay.
Take it and rub it over the breast.
Okay. Rub it all around.
Rub it all over the breast.
And you do the same thing for turkey. This is just a breast.
Right.
The stuff has been cut off. The wings and the legs and all that stuff.
Right. Okay. Next, we're going to the salt.
Okay.
We got the oil on this. It's gonna make this stick nicely.
And if you want that so they can see it, why don't you take the bowl out here?
Okay, that's
so
a
now we can see it.
Good idea. Very good idea.
So he's just sprinkling it just evenly across the whole turkey.
Right.
And we're going to make sure after this, we're going to have to clean these really well because you don't want to contaminate with, get salmonella poisoning and all that stuff with poultry.
Right. A little pepper.
Yep. Looks good.
Okay. Then you're going to take it and just pat it real nice.
Okay. Give it a little pat, a little spanking.
A little spanking, right. Yep. Okay, ready for the bag.
Okay, yes. So now we're putting it in, and which direction are you putting it in, Dad?
Don't sit it. That's why I cut down inside the ribs, so it would sit up nice.
Okay.
Sit up nice.
Okay. So basically, the top part of the breast is up top.
Right.
Okay. So you can put that in the sink while I do this. Now we're gonna just close this up really well. Again, I've got the flour spread kind of evenly throughout the bag. And then what I like to do is just, I don't tie mine too tight, but tight enough. And they have these little tie strings right in the box. So that's why I just like getting one of those because it's the easiest thing. And Dad, I was the one that told you about these oven bags.
Right.
What's your poultry been like now that you've had these oven bags?
It's good.
Yeah.
Just right.
Perfect. So what we're going to do now is we actually put a couple of little slits just in the top of the bag, okay, so that it can breathe. I like that. Okay. Just a couple all the way around. All right. Now we've got this in. So I think we're ready to put this in the oven. What do you think?
Right.
I'm pretty excited about Thanksgiving dinner. We've got all kinds of good stuff. What was some of the stuff? We actually made some stuff yesterday. What were some of the things on the menu?
Cornbread stuffing.
Which looks delicious.
Right. We're going to have gravy.
Yes, gravy.
We got the collard greens.
Yes, and we got those from the farmer's market. So they're fresh, came right out of someone's garden, local. Devil eggs.
Devil egg. Potato salad.
Potato salad, Curtis's favorite.
Yep.
And for dessert, we're having
sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie.
Yes, so this is the first time he's actually trying my pumpkin pie. I showed him the one from the video, and so we're gonna go on and put this in the oven. We're gonna set it at 350, and the directions in terms of the weight. Usually, since this is just under 9 pounds, it says anywhere really from about an hour and a half to 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes. But what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the oven. We're going to show you how it's supposed to look because that's really the big test, right?
Right.
You can also test the temperature of it on the inside, and I'll show you when we bring that out kind of what that looks like. So let's put it in the oven. How about that?
Right.
All right, so we'll do that and come back. Hi guys, we're back. So, how's this turkey looking?
Turkey coming along.
Coming along. So there's a critical step here before the turkey is complete, and that's basting the turkey in its own juice. So we actually kept this in the oven for us. It came out to be 2.5 hours. And again, we have just about a 9-pound turkey. So again, the time varies. So Dad, what are we going to do? We're going gonna take it loose, right? Take it out of the wrapping some. So would you do that for me?
Right.
And then I have, pull this one, yeah. Then I have the job of basting it. So if you don't have one of these, you want to get them. You can even get them at the dollar store for about a dollar. Well, there you go, $1 at the dollar store or Dollar General or your Walmart. So as you can see, it's looking mighty pretty, such that it's pulling away from the bone. So what you'll see is, or what you're going to find, is that it has a lot of juice that is now collected. So I'm going to take some of that juice and I'm squirting it on the top of it, okay? And again, this is kind of basting it in its own juices. And this is even going to make this more golden brown. It's going to make it juicy. What other advantages, Dad, to doing this?
Right, just for the people that don't know how to make the gravy, this is good for that. All you need is
that too. Yeah. So what he's talking about is that we're going to take this gravy, its own juice, and we're going to pour it into our turkey gravy mix. But I mean, the reason for doing the basting.
Oh,
what's
yeah, that's
the kind of the advantage?
To keep it moist. You don't want that to dry out. You know.
Exactly. Nobody likes a dry turkey.
Right.
I know I don't.
Yep.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to end up putting this back in the oven because I think I've covered it pretty well. You can see, you know, I've just gotten enough in here squirting it on. What do you think?
It's beautiful. This coming out
nice. It is beautiful. I agree. Yep. So we're going to turn it so this part here can brown some. We're now going to put it back in the oven without this being covered. Okay?
Right.
All right, there we go. So we're going to just do one more for good measure. We're going to put it back in the oven, and then we're going to come back once it's completely done, okay? In the meantime, the other thing what we're going to do is we're going to go on and take some of this juice out, and we're going to put it aside. So if you want to make the turkey gravy, great, use that. Or if you didn't make it with giblets and necks, what could they do with this to make their own gravy?
Just put a little thickening in it. They call it roux. Just put your little roux in it.
So what is made of roux?
A little flour.
Okay, about how much?
2 spoonfuls of flour.
Okay, about 2 tablespoons of flour.
Right, mix it up.
Okay.
And then add it to this juice.
Okay, so that, the flour mixed with what?
Roux. That's all you need. That's a flour.
Okay, flour and juice.
Right.
And gravy master?
Right, you're going to mix it with water first.
Okay, that's what they don't know. So about how much water?
Two teaspoonful of water and a cup of water. 2 teaspoonful of flour and a cup of water.
Okay.
Beat it up.
Yes, that's what we call roux.
Right.
Then after you beat that up, then what?
Then you're going to take this juice, put it on, and then add the roux.
Okay, mix them together.
Mix them together. Let them cook good together there for a couple minutes.
Okay, so you're going to boil it, put it on the oven, let it boil just for a little while.
Right, and it should be really nice gravy. If it's too light, add a little gravy master to it.
Okay.
You got your gravy.
Okay, awesome. And salt and pepper only to the taste, because we already seasoned this. You might have enough, but if not, then certainly you can go on and sprinkle a little salt and pepper in that mixture, and now you have some homemade gravy just that way.
Gotcha.
Sounds good?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to put it back in the oven, and we'll be back once it's golden brown all over. And we're not going to cut it. So a good rule of thumb is you don't want to cut it until it's cooled. Right, Dad?
Right.
So once it's kind of cool, so it won't tear up. And then you're ready to kind of put it on your serving plate and dig in. One other thing that I thought about in the intermission was just about cleaning. Making sure, because when you're handling poultry, you have to be very careful if it's raw, so you don't get any bacteria contamination. So once we finish, if you saw, we had it in the sink and our hands were all over, we wash properly. Plus we use antibacterial soap to clean the whole counter and the sink, because again, you don't want to do any kind of contamination,
Right,
right? So
right.
these days you have to be very sensitive to that. All right, so let's take a break. Let's put it back in the oven and we'll come back for one last take. It's out the oven. It's ready to go. So here is our masterpiece. I mean, this looks absolutely amazing. Again, it got some of that browning there because we put it back in and we basted it, made sure it kept the moisture. And we talked about the juice, that if you want to make your own gravy, this was the excess. This is what came out of the turkey. So we took it, it was in that pan if you remember, and we literally just poured it into the measuring glass. So that's what you can do. How do you feel about this turkey, Dad?
I like it.
You just like it?
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I think we did a fantastic job. What do you think?
It should be nice and moist and everything is good to go.
It's good to go. So all we need to do is add that with some dressing.
Right.
Now, by the way, I got in trouble because I was calling our homemade dressing stuffing. And people corrected me and said, no, it's not stuffing. Listen to your father. It's dressing. It's,
right.
It's dressing.
Right. If it was stuffing, it would be inside
the turkey.
Right.
Yeah. So if you take it and then you put it inside, that's your stuffing. If not,
then you got
it's dressing.
Right.
So that's what you can make that gravy, that delicious gravy, and then pour it on top of your turkey and your dressing.
Right.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hey, high five on this turkey. Woo! We did a fantastic job. So as always, please join us again for future videos. All you have to do is subscribe by clicking on my little photo in the round picture, and that gives you 2 videos a month. And remember, I have a cookbook out on Amazon.com. You can just search by my name, and you've got a lot of these recipes out there. So I think it's about we're ready for Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh yeah, as soon as it cool off.
So that's a good point. As soon as it cools off, we don't cut it while it's hot. Why is that, Dad?
Because it break to pieces. You want it to stay together. You want to tear to pieces.
Exactly. So
you get a better slice in it when it's cooler.
Excellent, excellent. So there you have it. Hope you have a fantastic holiday and enjoy your turkey, whatever time of year it is, or whatever country you're tuning in from. So thanks a lot. Let's wave bye. Till next time.